Hey everyone, welcome to lesson number 3. And in today's lesson, we are going to do word skills, verb plus infinitive or ing form. So in this lesson, you will be able to identify and use verb patterns, talk about showrooming, use the verbs can't, stand, don't mind, avoid, and etc. to talk about yourself. Now let's do one by one. We will start from this. Describe the picture, please. What do you think the customer is doing? In this picture, we can see that the customer, the person who wants to buy things, is holding the phone and the price tag. This might mean that possibly the customer is checking the price on the internet. And actually, this has a name, showrooming. I am quite sure you've heard about this word lately from the social media when people advertise their products. So they make showrooms for people to come and see the things. Showrooming is when people visit a shop, examine a product, and then buy it online at a lower price. There is the term showrooming versus web rooming. In showrooming, for example, you first go in stores and then check everything with your eyes, come home, buy online. In web rooming is you browse the stuff online, you see it, and then you buy it in stores. Okay, this is just the vice versa. Now let's continue. Where do you usually buy things? In shops or online? Which is cheaper? Do you ever compare prices? You need to send an audio recording answering these questions to the teacher. Okay, this was a task to do right after you watch this video. Now let's switch to little grammar. In this lesson, we are going to do verb patterns. Verb patterns refer to what follows a verb. For example, some verbs can stand alone. They laughed. Or we have some other verbs that have to be followed by an object. For example, they loved it. I played football, etc. Other verbs are followed by object plus prepositions like put it on the table. Or the verbs in some other forms like I hate waiting or I prefer to walk. In today's lesson, we are going to look at this last type. This type is about ing or infinitive. So in your book, you have verb patterns, and the rules say that in A, some verbs are followed by the infinitive or of another verb. For example, do you want to go out? She hopes to be a teacher. Infinitive means to and the verb, original form. Some verbs are followed by the ing form of another verb. I fancy the first verb. Going out is the second verb followed by ing. Or there are some verbs that are followed by either the infinitive or the ing form, like to do or like doing. Start to do or start doing. Actually, there is a very small difference between them, but in some cases, the meaning might change absolutely different. So let's look at them one by one. Here is a list of the verbs followed by a to infinitive. You can screencast. So you can take this list and then learn it. Or now let's look at some examples. I can't afford to go on holidays. Can't afford is the first verb. To go is the second one. I can't afford to go on holiday. It began to rain. She hopes to go to university next year. Did you remember to ring Nigel? This is the verbs. These are the verbs followed by ing, like admit, avoid, can help, can stand, consider, deny, dislike, and etc. Now here are the examples. I always enjoy cooking. Not I always enjoy to cook. We haven't finished eating yet. Not we haven't finished to eat. You never say these. She keeps changing her mind about the wedding. Not she keeps changing she keeps to change her mind about the wedding. Okay. Now the verbs followed by a to infinitive or ing. These are the verbs like hate, like, love, and prefer. So the difference is the ing form emphasizes the verb itself, and the infinitive puts the emphasis more on the preferences for or the result or the action. So emphasis is the focus, okay? Is the highlight. She hates cleaning her room, and I hate to be the only person to disagree. In this case, we said that ing form emphasizes the verb itself. She hates, the emphasis on the process itself and no enjoyment of it. She hates cleaning. The focus is on the verb. Okay, she hates cleaning. The infinitive puts the emphasis more on the preference for. I hate to be the only person to disagree. Emphasize more on the result. I would prefer not to be in that situation, for example. Okay? Now, this will be your task. So you will have 2 tasks to do. Go to page 79, exercise 6. Write out your answers on your notebook. On exercise 7, you need to send a voice recording with your answers for continue these sentences with true information about yourself. This was the end of the lessons, and see you in a video chat.